He said 3 words that stopped the football world cold. VAR went for coffee. Those were the words of Ghana's head coach, spoken not as a joke, but as a raw, barely contained accusation directed at FIFA's own officials just minutes after the final whistle of one of the most controversial matches played at this World Cup so far. And when you understand what actually happened on that field in Foxborough, Massachusetts on Tuesday afternoon, you'll understand exactly why the entire football world is talking about it today. Because this wasn't just about one missed call. This was Ghana, the Black Stars, a nation that has lived through football heartbreak so brutal, so historic, so unfair that many supporters never fully healed from it. And now, 16 years later, the wound has been ripped open again. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because the full story of what happened on June 23rd deserves to be told from the beginning. And it starts not in Foxborough, Massachusetts, but in South Africa in the summer of 2010. Ghana were 90 minutes plus extra time away from becoming the first African nation in the history of football to reach a World Cup semifinal. One moment stood between them and history. A goal-bound header, goal-mouth scramble, and then a hand. Not the goalkeeper's hand, an outfield player's hand. Uruguay's Luis Suarez deliberately stopped the ball on the line with his fist, denied what would have been a certain goal, and accepted the red card that followed. Asamoah again stepped up for the penalty that would have sent Ghana into the last 4. He struck the crossbar. Uruguay won the shootout. The dream died. And the pain of that single moment, that single act of deliberate cheating that was punished but not corrected, became the defining wound of Discover More, Translation API, Video Production Services. TV and video. Ghanaian football, an open question that the sport has never fully answered. What happens when the rules of football allow an act of blatant dishonesty to go ultimately unpunished? 16 years later, Ghana came to this World Cup carrying that question with them. Captain Jordan Ayew had said it plainly when Ghana sealed qualification last October with a last-day winner. We knew this World Cup was our only chance to redeem ourselves. That word, redeem, carries the full weight of everything Ghana's football generation has endured. And on Tuesday, in a stadium in Massachusetts, a new chapter of that painful story was written. Ghana arrived at Gillette Stadium to face England, having already beaten Panama in their opening Group L match. England, too, had won their opener against Croatia. This was a genuine 6-pointer, a match that would go a long way to deciding who qualified from Group L and who didn't. The stakes, in other words, could not have been higher. What followed was, by any measure, a tactical masterclass from Carlos Queiroz, the experienced Portuguese coach brought in just weeks before the tournament to replace Otto Addo, with their star player Mohamed Kudus, missing to quad injury he suffered in January, a devastating blow for any side. Ghana absorbed England's pressure with remarkable discipline, tactical intelligence, and sheer collective will. England, remember, are one of the pre-tournament favorites. They have Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka, and one of the most expensive squads ever assembled for a national team. For 79% of the match, the ball was at their feet. 79% possession, the highest possession figure by any team that failed to score in the past 60 years of World Cup football. Ghana didn't just hold on, they suffocated England. But in suffocating them, they also created chances of their own. And it was in those moments, those specific, crucial moments in the second half, where the story of this match transformed into something that will be debated long after this tournament has ended. 67th minute, a long ball forward chase by substitute Prince Kwabena Adu. Jordan Pickford, England's goalkeeper, raced out of his penalty area to meet the ball. The two collided. In real time, watching it happen, it appeared clear to the naked eye that Pickford had arrived late, that the ball had already gone past him, and that it was the Everton goalkeeper who had committed the foul on Adu, not the other way around. Honduran referee said Martinez saw it differently. Incredibly, astonishingly, he awarded a free kick to England. There was no VAR review. The decision stood. Ghana's players surrounded the referee in protest. The decision stood, but that was only the beginning. 79th minute. Substitute Abdul Fatawu won the ball after challenged by England's Ebereki Ease, and slipped in Prince Adu, who was bearing down on goal with a real chance to shoot as Rekansa the Aston Villa defender, came flying across. Adu went to ground. The ball broke to Antoine Semenyo, who was ruled offside. No penalty, no VAR review. The referee waved it away. In the post-match television analysis, former Premier League assistant referee Darren Cann, a man who knows exactly where the threshold lies, was asked directly what he thought. His answer was remarkably honest, coming from someone who admitted he was an England supporter. "Our hearts were in our mouths," he said. "I'm absolutely delighted it wasn't given. But I have to be honest, this should have been referred to the referee. Konsa makes no contact at all with the ball. He brings down his opponent." He added something that confirmed the scale of what had been missed. In his view, VAR should have intervened, and it did not. Former referee Mark Halsey called it a major officiating error, and a separate ESPN analysis agreed that England had been fortunate that the challenge met the criteria for a spot kick, and that at the very minimum, the VAR team should have sent the on-field referee to the screen to review it. They never did. And so Ghana, the team that built their entire second half on discipline, sacrifice, and a desperate belief that this time the football gods would be fair, walked off the pitch with draw instead of the victory they had earned. Carlos Queiroz didn't hide how he felt. In the post-match press conference, he turned directly toward a FIFA official in the room, and with the controlled fury of a man who has stood on the touchlines at 5 World Cups, he delivered his verdict. "I'm not sure VAR is still working at this World Cup. Do we still have VAR? Because another penalty that they need to give Ghana, a clear penalty against England, it wasn't given. VAR went for coffee." He continued, "Once again, VAR went for a coffee. It's natural. I would also like to take my coffees once in a while. But it was a clear penalty. Red card. Do you have any doubts about that? You guys who saw the game, do you have any doubts?" The room was silent, because there is something in that question that cuts deeper than refereeing controversy. Their snorts is something in it that reaches back across 16 years to a goal mouth in Johannesburg, to a crossbar struck in anguish, to a generation of Ghanaian football supporters who were taught at the sport's highest level that the outcome does not always reflect the truth of what happened on the pitch. Ghana's players were not the only ones left seething. Even Jude Bellingham, in a moment caught on camera at halftime, was seen exchanging heated words with Queiroz as the teams walked off the field, reportedly triggered by a Bellingham tackle on Jerome Opoku that the Ghana bench felt deserved a yellow card. Bellingham, to his credit, acknowledged the tackle was rash and said he had no issue with Queiroz, just competitive edge in the heat of the moment. But the image of those two men in the tunnel, face to face, captured the raw tension of what had just taken place. And now Ghana must move forward. They sit level on points with England at the top of Group L with 2 matches remaining. Their next fixture could define everything. Whether this group will produce another redemption story for the Black Stars or another chapter in their long, painful education in World Cup justice. The VAR team that worked Tuesday's match has not publicly commented. FIFA has not responded to the controversy. Said Martinez has said nothing. The only voices that have been heard are those of Ghana, and they're saying clearly and unmistakably that something went wrong in Foxborough, and that on football's biggest stage, something going wrong is never simply a small thing, because this is Ghana. This is a nation that came within the width of a crossbar of changing African football history. A nation that was told 16 years ago to accept the result and move on. They have never fully moved on. And on Tuesday afternoon, the football world was reminded exactly why.